Here we are, back in another game, and what have we got? Well, for starters, we are on Mega Random, and in the red we have CKF Duck playing as the Huns, and over on the other side of the map, in the blue, we have CKF IMOK, so it's a CKF kind of inside game. Of course, it's pretty good, because the reason a lot of people seem to join teams is for practice partners, so why not? So let's have a quick look at the map while we are waiting for them to get into the feudal age or anything else interesting to happen. So, the main thing is really two islands that we're looking at here, each with two gold piles on them, and are we looking for stone? Doesn't look like there's any on this island. That's not going to be helpful. Anyway, two gold piles on this island, as well as some berry bushes. We've got a few deer over here, and as well as some boar. So it's going to be quite nice to get that food count up. So we've got two good deer patches there. And in the middle, of course, by this little bridge here, we have three, I would say, large gold piles. Then we've got another bridge onto the other end where we have a duck. And here's where it's interesting. He has three stone patches on his island, while his opponent has none. That's not good to start with, we know that straight away. He's also got his main gold piles here, so it looks like Duck's definitely in the good end here. He definitely has those stone piles, while his opponent has none, which is going to be absolutely shocking. Also using that scout there to lure in some deer, because of course it really does help you with your timing. And it's a lot faster naturally, because they don't have to walk quite so far. So, it's an interesting one there. It looks like there. How much is left on that one? Only 45, not the worst in the world. What do we see, a front dock or a back dock? We see the front dock here, so he should be going aggressive, both players with that, as well as quite a few fish in the sea here, so fishing ships are definitely going to be really helpful to get out. There we go, fishing ship, brilliant. So water control on this map is going to be really important, because like we've seen, there's these small bridges that go across, and if you have water control, the way I say it is, a galley has a lot of HP and a lot of attack, and if it comes down to it, I'd rather be fighting with galleys than archers. But that's my opinion, of course. You can get mangonels and things in there, monks as well, really good at deterring ships. So there's a few different things you can do to deal with it, but overall, water control on these types of map, it's just so important. Over here, it looks like dedicating most of his villages to wood, because of course he's going to be going for fishing ships, and I don't think he's going to be going for gold, which means we won't be seeing a galley rush from him. Over here, we're going to see gold. Actually, saying that, gold villages are out. He will be going for the Grush over here as well. Grushing will be beginning. So, Grush looks like it's going to be from both players right now. How many docks are we both on? Still on one each. This is where it's going to get interesting. If players start to go for more docks, then it starts to get really, really interesting. Over here, and it looks like, yes, I'm okay getting the kill there. We're going second dock going down for Duck, second one going down for I'm okay. Gonna be quite close here. This is gonna be interesting to watch. Galley, I'm okay, just advancing up now, putting down his third dock though, so he's gonna be able to really start pounding out. Villager over there killing that scout off, but of course delaying that dock coming up a little bit. And in these types of situations, if you delay the dock that much, you're gonna have an extra galley, which is so important on these water maps. First one is out. First two are out. He could be over here killing fishing ships, but the galleys are out now for I'm okay as well. Looks like it's going to be one for water supremacy here. And off that, it's going to come down to who has the most docks and the better upgrades. Looks like the blacksmith is up already for I'm okay. Blacksmith only just going up now for Duck, so I'm okay looks like he will have a small advantage on how early he has fletching, which is of course going to give him that extra range and that extra damage, which is so important to have. And it looks like he's got the bonus now. 3 galleys though, he's going to need to bring these ones to the front if he wants to try and keep going with this. Because once you're outnumbered on the water, it is extremely hard to try and get it back. Builder over here, forced to get away from this dock before he can complete it. Come on, use the galleys, man. Numbers are close, but I don't think... Oh, it's a close one. I'm saying that there's like 3 galleys out. But still, it matters at this point. The galley count really matters. If you lose in the galley count, you're in trouble. So we've got the 4th dock coming up now for I'm okay. Really wanting to get in the game here. His opponent only has 3, so he's going to be able to start winning on production. But his opponent definitely has more out already. Seeing that normal bit of galley dancing there, and it looks like I'm okay there was trying to get down and go for his opponent's fishing ships, but Duck intercepting it pretty well there, so not a lot he's going to be able to do. Keeping that galley there alive, very smart idea. He's actually, yes, he's rebuilding it. This is tense, guys. That's how intense it is. They are rebuilding their ships right now. They really want to have more. Another dock going down for Duck. Going to be able to start doing a lot of damage with that. Another galley sent to be repaired. And it looks like it's just getting straight back in on it. Fishing ships, though, are looking bad for I'm OK right now. He doesn't have as much as his opponent. His opponent using these deep sea fish, which is just really amazing for bringing your skills up, and I can't your food up, and I just can't click on it. But still, it looks like I'm OK is starting to take a bit of a lead here on the water. And yes, pushing his opponent back now, and he's going to be able to take this one by the looks of it, actually. No, judging by that. Duck just has a few more out. I'm interested to see when either player switches into land as well, because it can't always be one on the water. On this map, though, I am saying it's going to be really close, but still. We're looking over here, it looks like I'm OK starting to go down a bit again. Gonna lose that one next. Yes, gonna need to regroup these. Gonna need another dock. It looks like Duck is going to be able to take this one. It's really close, though, actually. Galley. Come on, more docks. Build more docks. We're on 4 apiece here. Lose this galley here. Not going for those fishing ships, though. He is completely out of his deep sea fish, though. So he is going to be forced to go for these shore fish, which, as we know, are just not as good. Simply put, they don't gather as fast, and right now both players backing off a bit. The scores are ridiculously close right now. Neither player going for a barracks, which is an interesting one. We do see a market actually down by Duck, so is he advancing? Duck is advancing up to the castle age. This is really important now. How close is I'm OK? I'm OK is still a fair way off. So once that war galley gets out and that bodkin arrow, that's when things start getting ridiculous. I'm OK will have no choice but to actually send his ships away and just hopefully his opponent doesn't kill him in that time. That's about all there is to it in that kind of situation. And I'm even surprised that Duck's still engaging here. I guess he doesn't know that his opponent's advancing, so that's fair enough. But still, you gotta remember, at this stage, once you get that advance, you have such an advantage, it's ridiculous. More HP, more attack, more range, more everything, it's amazing. Duck advancing up there, no doubt we have Sea War Galley on the way, and I'm OK, looks like he's just going to be going for the fishing ships now. I think he knows he's lost the water. And he's, of course, creating those ships inside his docks, so that way they won't be killed immediately on exit like we see here. Lots of difference between the War Galley and the Galley. Of course, these ships just being pushed around the side here because there's nothing really they can do. We might be able to hit a few of these lumberjacks actually if he's careful, but don't know exactly. I'm OK actually walling off on this side now, which is really interesting. Putting a stone wall up here to stop his opponent going for knights or something like that. And having these villages in here is really interesting actually. Whether or not he was trying to sneak them in, I don't know. And walling off there as well. Looks like these villages will get killed off eventually. Of course, no ballistics yet. But still, what do these villagers plan on doing? They've been seen, it's not exactly like you can just... Ooh, this is smart actually. Could lose a few villagers here. That was extremely smart play there by OMK. However, there are units coming around the backside here, and they will haul them in. No, one gets through. Oh, he lost it. 2 on this side over here. Still, this has been incredible play by a Duck actually in this game. It's starting to look like this is all over for IMOK. He's lost complete water. He's losing all his villagers on this side here. I think that is all of them actually. 1, 2, and a third over here. Yes, that is it. This is looking like it's all over for IMOK at this stage. He's a lot behind. He's 2,000 or 1,200 points behind, and that's really bad actually. He is managing to start pushing back with galleys. He has got some fire ships actually, which is something we don't usually see at all, which is interesting because his opponent here is going to be forced to back off, which is really interesting. He's played it smart, so he could actually get back on the water here, but there are a lot of war galleys out. I don't know if it's going to be enough fire ships to take them, but saying that, it's starting to look pretty good. There are a lot of war galleys back here though. I don't... No. There's too many. Too many for these fire ships to deal with. Like we can see, getting taken out in maximum of 2 volleys there. And still though, the fight for the water is definitely still in it, even though there's like 1,300 points in it. It's still interesting. Ballistics, of course, being done ASAP because you want to be able to hit your opponent with all the missiles that you can coming from your ships. these villagers up to... They're moving to the stone again. On this side. Oh, looks like we're seeing another engagement over here. The fire ships, of course, getting killed off. Of course, though, they do pretty well against galleys, so of course it's at least giving them some kind of shield to get some damage done. Looks like over here, though, IMOK might actually be able to take the water. This is really interesting. More galleys being built, but I don't know. It looks like, though, IMOK will be able to win this skirmish over here, but I don't know how he's going to deal with the follow-ups. Why is he only chasing him so little? Why? What do we see over here? Another galley over here, preventing him from gathering gold. And this is just showing how important it is to have water control, really. Over here, it looks like Duck actually might be able to win this one. He's definitely got the numbers over here, but there are more coming through this way. And, of course, seeing that he's not going to be able to win, running off. Duck playing an extremely smart game here. But IMOK's actually closed the score gap at this stage to 1,000 points, which is pretty good. 2 town centers up for Duck, maybe even a third somewhere. Yes, a third over here. What are we seeing for you? We see 1, 2. We don't see a third. But still, Duck's been playing an incredibly strong game for this. So I'm impressed how well he's done it. But it's starting to look like IMOK might be able to take it back, actually. What is Duck going to do? That. Yeah, that's a good plan. It's a very good plan. There's not really a lot to comment on when Galley Wars are at stage 2. It's common knowledge on what's happening, really. They're just selecting as many individual ships as they can, of course, because they want to kill them off as quick as possible. And if you kill off a ship straight away, that's one less ship attacking in the next volley. So if anyone didn't understand that, you do now, which is good. It's starting to look like, though, IMOK is really starting to get behind. 1,100 points behind. He's fighting in his opponent's dock line. He has a lot of docks out, actually, now. But Duck's just so far ahead in the scores right now. I don't know how that IMOK is just going to come back from this. It's a really interesting situation to see. He did try and move forward in his opponent, maybe try and knight him. He did try and get a barracks down over here. But again, it was scouted so early by this market here that it really made it hard for him to do it, so he hasn't been able to. I wouldn't actually be surprised if we see the GG from IMOK anytime soon now. Actually, his opponent's 1,300 points ahead. He's losing on the Galley War here. He might even be going Imp. He's going Imperial as well, so that's another good reason there to throw in the GG. And, of course, once you get up to that Galleon upgrade, you get Chemistry. Of course, you get the Bracer. It's pretty much over, because you have, what, 2 extra attack, 1 extra range, the Galley extra hit points, a Galley extra attack, or Galleon hit points and attack. It's really hard to fight against. You have to have extremely good numbers against your opponent. It's really hard to do. So I would be surprised if we do see IMOK try and fight this one out. And here comes the Imperial now for Duck. There we go. And we'll just force forward this. Because, well, after this fight, I don't know if IMOK is going to be able to keep going. He is boxing his opponent in really well here. And IMOK saying something there. He's actually taking the water here quite well. This is good. This is really good, actually. This is very good, but of course there are a lot of docks here, all producing galleons, I'm going to presume. Or fire ships, could be fire ships. In fact, let's have a look. War galley, war galley, war galley, war galley, war galley. Interesting. Very interesting, actually. G from IMOK, and G from Duck. So IMOK resigning out there. He knows he doesn't have the economy to attack. Galleon was being done on this side here. He knows his opponent was just keeping the galley count up. So there we go, a water battle. We haven't seen one of these games in a while, so I thought I'd put it up. So thanks for watching.